and alone for an audience. I was a story hack. No shame, we all have to start somewhere, but there's a particular pain that comes from turning story gold into story lead. I call it reverse alchemy. I desperately could have used this book. Corey has packed it with key concepts it took me years of failure to learn. Story structures you can rely on, such as linear, nonlinear, pedal, bookend, flashback, hero's journey, and much more. But I digress. I was failing as a storyteller. Getting back to this particular night in the Bay Area, waiting to see Alanis scream about going down on her boyfriend in a movie theater, Corey says, "Patrick, your Czech story ought to be a movie because it perfectly matches the template of Joseph Campbell's hero's journey." And there it is. 22-year-old Corey, already a serious student of story way back in 1995. I believe you should listen to this book start to finish and trust in Corey as your storytelling coach because of his 20-plus years of dedication to story mastery as a performer and a teacher. This book is his life's work. Here's the crazy part. 1995 is the last time I've seen Corey and the last time I talked to him. I moved to San Diego. We both lived our lives, raised kids, made a living at our chosen crafts, and zap, decades pass in a flash. It's 25 years later. The reason I remember that night in front of the club so much is that Corey's words meant the world to me. His confidence in my story helped me believe it was worthy of developing. And so I did. First into a one-man show that I toured around the world for 15 years, then as a book. And as I write this foreword, my story about the Czech is in production to be a Hollywood movie. Corey was right. The greatest thing I believe Corey's book can do for you is to give you the confidence to believe your stories are worth developing and sharing. Maybe one day you'll be sitting in a theater watching your story as a movie. Or perhaps you'll be on stage, holding people in the palm of your hand with 3 stories you're unfolding in the pedal structure. The key is to believe in yourself. And now you know the story of why, when Corey asked me to write this foreword, I said, absolutely. I wanted to help storytellers, novice and expert, know that Corey's book is a masterful guide to storytelling. I felt you ought to know. Patrick Combs, writer, director, and star of Man 1, Bank 0, and author of Major in Success, When You Are Bursting, Cash Me If You Can, and The Purpose Code. San Diego, October 30th, 2020. Introduction. Once upon a time, people gathered, regularly and irregularly, and shared their experiences and adventures as stories. Over campfires, mugs of ale, cups of tea, or at the side of their beds, they connected, laughed, cried, learned, and fell in love. Then the world changed. It was gradual at first. Their villages became towns and cities. Their worlds closed. Their communication moved to phones, computers, emails, and text messages. But that didn't stop their experiences and adventures, nor their desire to share them. And despite technology's efforts to separate us, or to unite us through electronic means, people found ways still to connect. Communities assembled of friends and strangers alike, proving that we could share our knowledge, our pain, and our learnings in the best and most powerful way, the way our ancestors have for thousands of years, through storytelling. I am writing this introduction during an unprecedented period of separation in our world, the rapid spread of COVID-19, an illness so deadly that most of the world is quarantined inside their homes, apartments, or shelters, while the brave medical community and people deemed essential workers, such as postal and grocery professionals that enable the rest of us to stay supplied and nourished, steel themselves in the face of a very scary danger. And yet, amidst the closed doors and social distancing, people are communicating more now than ever. On phones and FaceTime, group video calls and online performances. Storytelling is all around us even when we are protected indoors. And one day soon, when this is behind us, we will open our doors and fill our theaters, cafes, and conference rooms once again, and tell our stories, the stories of what